Fantastic. So those of you that don't know, we're going to be doing an Instagram live today with University of Arizona head coach Sean Duffy. It was the school that I went to and played collegiate rugby at. So he will be joining us shortly, if he knows how to work Instagram live, that is. But yeah, once we've got him up, we're just going to be sort of talking a little bit about rugby, the college rugby system, the professional rugby system, the introduction of the MLR draft, which has just been announced maybe 3 or 4 days ago, which is very, very cool news. And basically, oh, is he? Yep, here we go. He's requested. Waiting for Arizona Rugby.
And if you guys got questions, fire them out.
Yeah, guys, if you got any...
Background.
Afternoon, coach.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing really well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, You get your runs in? You get your run in today? You work out today?
Of course I did. Mask on and everything.
Good.
Brilliant. Yeah, how are you doing, coach? Everything going on right now? I know your season got cut short. How's everything going with COVID?
Good. I'm caught up on Tiger King, which is great. That's the most important thing in my life right now. And doing this outside, I mean, the weather's beautiful in Arizona. It's 60, 70 degrees every day. And
Yeah.
Just getting ready for next year and keeping in touch with the boys and making sure they know that we're still a part of this team, even if we can't assemble together. So,
Yeah. No, exactly, and that's some big feedback we've got from coaches right now is, it's very much looking forward to the future, because right now the present isn't great. But is that sort of similar with you in terms of recruitment? How's that looking?
Yeah, so it's given us some time to do some recruitment, not just for this cycle, but the following year and the year after that. So been watching some sophomore footage, which I normally don't get to do this time of year.
Yeah.
And watch those players grow and develop over the next couple of years. But for us, I mean, our inbox has been flooded. It's usually pretty crowded, especially when we do well and we win. But we've had a lot of student athletes with a lot of time on their hands and taking some time to do some research on schools for this year. And luckily, a lot of institutions like ours have pushed their deadlines back to accommodate that. So we're still pushing ahead recruiting. We're not able to get as much footage on athletes as we want.
Yeah.
But we are able to, with the great technology like this, able to really do in-person talks via FaceTime or WhatsApp and Instagram and do some things to really get in touch with athletes.
Yeah.
And it gives me more time personally because I'm overseeing both now, the men's recruitment and the women's recruitment here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been good. Got some time to do that, and that's probably my biggest focus right now.
Fantastic. And just to clarify for us internationals, sophomores for high school, they're guys for 20. Is it 2022?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's all happening earlier and earlier these days. It's getting more competitive. Brilliant. Yeah. Do you want to dive in a little bit? How did you end up becoming the Arizona head coach? Talk to us through your journey.
Yeah, and it's been a wild journey. I mean, I didn't plan to be coaching rugby at all. I mean, I really was going towards criminology, criminal justice, working on federal law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
And when a hiring freeze came down, I started getting into coaching and dabbling a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And as a lot of coaches watching this know, you get the bug. And worked for USA Rugby, coached high school, coached at the university level, got involved with the USA age grade system as well a little bit. And then when Dave Stickman, the previous coach, passed away suddenly, the university really wanted to do something to keep that rugby, the rugby culture here alive.
Yeah.
It's a very unique culture here where it's not a part of athletic department, but it's not a typical regular club sport. It's very unique and it dates back 50 years. And so they brought me in as the first full-time coach in school history. And for a solid 5 years here, I was full-time paid as a coach, but I wasn't an employee.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the last 10 months now, I've actually been promoted to director to where I have an office and a golf cart. And you would love my office right now because on the outside they put a big picture of Shane Dempsey. I'm not even kidding. You played with it. So it's now seeing rugby as it's not just 30 or 40 boys. It's now 100 athletes across both teams that I'm working directly with to really move the sport forward and be Title IX compliant and have all those things that we can do to really grow the game here in Tucson.
Yeah, fantastic. And Yeah, that just sort of brings me on to my next question. You know, with where rugby is at in the US, I mean, the professional league's only, you know, what is it, 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old? And they've now just announced what is called the MLR draft, so similarly to what they have in NBA and American football. Can you touch a bit on how that is and, you know, how that's going to, you know, affect your program moving forward?
Yeah, so the MLR has really been a special piece of the game. It's the second crack at professional rugby here in the last 5 years. And rugby being small in the U.S. is pretty special. I know a lot of the coaches and quite a few of the players as well. And so we've been able to put some players in the MLR sides for the past few years.
Yeah.
With the draft coming on board now, you're going to see teams that are really looking for more of an American sport model of having some parity in the level of talent. The pay structures of the teams is before the virus and the shutdown. I mean, the pay structures are very different. Than a lot of players weren't necessarily making the highest wages that you would think of a professional baseball player or professional American football player, but they were getting a lot of things supported by the clubs, which is great. So ultimately, these players are getting an opportunity to play the highest level rugby in the U.S. There's a large number of international athletes, some of whom are very big names like Nanu coming in, and that mixture in some really strong rugby markets has really started to captivate audiences. Yeah, it's been really exciting to watch. I've had some time now to catch up on the season, so it's a bummer to have it canceled because I was just caught up. But in terms of how it affects our U.S. collegiate system, not so much. I mean, we basically are trying to put players in MLR that want to go in MLR, but you still have quite a few players that are offered that opportunity that would rather go work for a couple of years or just go into a career and play more amateur level rugby, senior level rugby. So it's really got to be a player that wants to do that wants to keep living the dream and keep doing that in the hopes of either making a national team or moving abroad. Yeah,
awesome. Brilliant. And in terms of for you, for recruitment, have you got a lot more younger lads saying, you know, MLR is something, you know, I want to achieve in the future?
For sure. I mean, we are now, for the first time in these last 2 cycles here that I've ever been involved in coaching, able to say to a player, hey, do you want to play professional rugby? Yeah. Right? I mean, that's a pipe dream before MLR was here, especially for most of our athletes that are U.S. citizens. So we have a lot of players that are, especially from these areas, that are watching teams like San Diego and teams like Seattle, just to name a couple. Yeah. And Ryan Magnus is one of our big success stories. He was here well before I was here. But, you know, we have players that watch San Diego, they watch Ryan Magnus, and they say, I want to do that. I want to go to Arizona, and I want to play pro rugby and play for the Eagles. So that's special. I mean, that's special. And it's pretty neat to be a part of that in the U.S.
Awesome. Brilliant. And for you as a coach, when you're doing your recruitment, what are sort of the biggest things you look for, and maybe some of the biggest mistakes some recruits make when getting in contact with you?
So you've probably seen some of the fun ones I've sent you that are the mistakes, but I think the number one thing is grades. The grades is the academics is the biggest part for me. Yeah. Most institutions now are really coming around on the fact that things like, for example, the A levels are a very comprehensive test, and we can evaluate a student athlete based on his or her A levels. Yeah. But if a student says, I don't know what my grades are, or I don't even, maybe they have lower grades, that is tough, because at most schools, rugby scholarships are not on offer. About 90, you probably know better than me, but in my experience, a large portion of schools are not offering rugby scholarships. But if a student has strong grades, there's more that you can do for that student, which is like, that's where we are. The second would be footage. I mean, game footage is absolutely critical. Coach recommendations are fine, and that's nice, and those are really a secondary thing to really discern the athlete's coachability, attitude, that kind of thing. Yeah. But game footage, we got to see game footage, and when a player says, I don't have game footage, we don't toss them away. We can say, look, we can't evaluate you without having that. Yeah. So I think those would be the 2 biggest things. In terms of mistakes, so I think that the number one mistake that I get from student athletes, both domestically and internationally, is the first thing they ask is, "I want a rugby scholarship. You got me?" Like, not in those terms, but that's what I get.
Yeah.
And, I got one this morning. I'm seeking rugby scholarship, and that's how they open the email. And
yeah.
It's you wouldn't do that in person, right? It's you wouldn't walk up to the coach and, "Hey, you got any money for me?" I mean, that's kind of how I view it. It's,
yeah.
"Hey, you have any money for me to come play for you?"
Yeah.
Let a coach be the one to lead that and say, "Hey, you're a good player. We can also do this for you." Because some schools can do some things, whether it's an admissions tag or a partial scholarship. Let the coach lead that conversation, as opposed to you coming in with your hand out. And then the second and final big mistake would probably be social media. So I do check the social media, especially if we're interested, to see what that player is like. And we have removed some players from our recruiting pool based on their social media, and it's usually drug and alcohol, racism, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Really, you shouldn't tweet.
Big no-nos.
You should get, but it's gotten better there. It's gotten a lot better there.
Yeah. No, there's a couple of interesting points you bring up. Obviously, the grades thing is huge. You sometimes got to remind young student athletes who are going to come over. Look, you're going to a university. You're not going to an academy. Grades is what gets you in. It's what gets you your foot in the door. So keeping that high it's not only going to help you become more recruitable and get you into more schools. It's also going to help you on the on mum and dad's pocket. In terms of scholarship money. So it's interesting you sort of bring that up.
I mean, if we have two players and one has on a 4.0 scale, let's say one has a 3.6, 3.7, and the other has a 2.6, 2.7. I'm going after that 3.6, 3.7.
Yeah.
Even if that player maybe isn't as good, or if it's negligible and it's close,
yeah,
I'm going after that 3.6, 3.7.
Yeah. Brilliant, fantastic. And I guess sort of one more question is with internationals on the team, obviously rugby being, a very international game, you get a lot of internationals. What's the sort of dynamic in your team right now with internationals versus US, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, we're about 28% international right now. I know that number off the top of my head because I'm just looking at it. What's been really neat for us is to have speaking more to the men's program now, our boys have come in and they want the traditional school experience is the first thing. So they want that 4-year degree and they want the name brand degree. There are a lot of schools that perhaps can offer scholarships but are very small enrollment-based institutions that when they have them on the top of their CV, people are going to go, "What school is that?" This is name brand. This is a university that when you have it on your resume or CV, people are going to know. Right? Yeah. So that's the first thing they want, and they fit in with that. Selfishly, Arizona, the weather's gorgeous, so they're like having for the British boys with their pale white shoulders, they like having those out in tanks. But I think what's also really helpful is that a lot of unis that I've been in contact with, especially in the UK, are going to require you to pick a major and pick a field of study and stick with that.
Yeah.
We have a lot of international boys that come in and they're undecided, or it's business, but they don't really know what in business they want to do. So most 4-year institutions in the U.S. will give you that freedom to try things and do things. And at the larger, more traditional schools, you can try a lot of different things. And you can come in as a business major and you realize you don't like it and you'd rather do history or maths or something like that. So I think that's how our boys have really fitted in well and enjoyed it.
Yeah. We
have a little United Nations going. I mean, our team right now, we've got England, France, Wales, Hong Kong, Namibia, Australia.
Mixed bag.
It's quite a group, and what we're able to sell to international prospects is, look, you wouldn't be the only student here with the accent, right? I mean, we have, we have quite a few that would recognize you right away, and the group has just continued to grow, and they want that great experience, and we're going to continue to recruit those players for sure.
Awesome, brilliant. And the sort of internationals, when it comes to moving on to the sort of pro setup, I know these teams have like a quota. Can you talk a little bit, if an international's coming over really wants to get into the MLR and sees college as a stepping stone, how that kind of looks?
So the eligibility regulations have changed with MLR over the course of the past year or so. I don't know the numbers specifically, but I can speak in generalities that there is a maximum number of international players that a team can have in their 23-man roster on match day.
Yeah.
So what that means is you're going to have players that come in and they are going to be attracted to MLR teams, but because it's a U.S. league, there is a push to try to get more American prospects in. Quite a few of our international prospects are U.S. eligible, so they're able to double count, which is helpful.
Yeah.
But I would just say to an international player, and this speaks to the national team as well, there will be opportunities in the MLR, especially with the MLR expanding, which is not official yet, but we kind of know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And what's also important is the World Rugby regulations when it comes to residency, because I do have players that want to come over and so they say, I want to play for the U.S. I'm English, but I don't think I'm going to play for England. If I'm good enough, could I play in a World Cup? Could I play in a national team? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. With 5-year residency, you're really able to. I believe it's 5 years. It changed before. Maybe it was 7. Anyway, the point is, a student can come to the U.S. and if he or she plays well, have an opportunity to represent the United States, qualified on residency. It just takes time.
Yeah. Brilliant. So we're going to go ahead and answer a few questions from the people who've tuned in.
I've got some here, John.
I think I can get some of them up.
I saw Fitzy in there. Fitzy was, I don't know if he has a question, but I saw Rand.
Is that the BG boy? He said Joe Sargent and Brendan Paulson, they're still tearing it up.
What's this? Who?
They're both here.
Joe Sargent and Brendan Paulson, how are they doing?
They're both here. They're both doing great. They're good dudes. They're Brendan Paulson especially. I mean, he had a freshman year that was difficult. He overcome some family tragedies, but he's back on track and he's a great scrum half for us. And he's just a great kid. He has actually been one of my spies, I would say. There's a couple English boys I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And he asked me about him, and he said, "Well, I'm going to look it up for you." I didn't ask him to do that.
Yeah.
He's the one, speaking to his boys over there to get some intel. But he's been helpful. Oh, everyone's passed, by the way. Brendan likes it.
Brilliant. I've got a question. James Skevin99. What's the average day like at the University of Arizona? I'm guessing, obviously for a student athlete.
For in season, yeah. So for in season, I mean, for us, that's January to May. You pretty much would have classes, 2 to 3 classes a day, probably at most. Maybe it's 1. Maybe you have no class that day. And Bob, you know this from having gone through it. It's maybe took this question to you, but a class, 1 to 2 classes. You'd have training in the afternoon at 4 o'clock. Yeah. And it's a 2-hour session. We always end on time. Bob can speak to that. We don't go late. We always end on time, but we start on time. Yeah. And then you come home and you're doing your homework, and then you get ready to do it again. It's a serious training environment. You have something almost every day in season for us. But the university set up, I mean, it can really be what you want it to be. Some students want to have that day off of classes, or they want to load up with 4 or 5 classes. So, I mean, you can probably answer that a little bit better than I can.
Yeah.
You got a really good question here from Jay Tibat. He's asked 2 good questions. One, will USA Rugby going bankrupt, will it affect you guys at University of Arizona? And the second question he says was, he just wrote it, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Where do you see your program in 5 years' time, Coach?
Those are good questions. I'm going to recruit this kid. Who's going to give these questions? The first thing with USA Rugby's bankruptcy, no. USA Rugby D1A has been a part of USA Rugby, of course. D1A is now a part of the CRA, which was formed about 2 years ago. And we have been preparing for this for quite some time. CRA is its own independent entity. It's its own 501c3. It's its own everything. So US Rugby's bankruptcy will not affect the university game really whatsoever. It'll have a larger impact in the high school and youth game, the lower level, as well as, unfortunately, I'm afraid, with the national teams in terms of the funding that's available. Yeah. So I'm a little worried about the national teams, but the university level, no, it's not going to impact us in the slightest. USA Rugby isn't putting direct money into University of Arizona or even the D1A competition any longer. So, no, it's not going to affect us. Oh. Now, in 5 years' time, I want to be sitting on a little bit nicer balcony. I think that 5 years' time, I see our program with 100% graduation rate, which we already have, but continuing that with the 100% career placement rate, getting athletes jobs in the career they choose, in the field they choose, competing for 15 national championships and 7 national championships with a strong roster of 100 athletes across both programs. That's what I see. So that's the goal, is continue to grow the game on campus. We're doing that every day. I have a recruit visit literally in like 30 minutes on campus.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep doing that for sure.
Awesome. Brilliant.
And camps as well. I think one thing I should probably bring up is we're going to start adding some more camps. I've been able to write some camp curricula in the past few weeks, and we're going to be offering some summer camps to really kind of export our brand out to our brand of rugby, but also our culture to youth and high school athletes around the country, maybe even around the world, maybe even get overseas. So
some internationals over for camps.
Yeah, or send me over there. Do a camp maybe in Ibiza or something like that. So, yeah, we'll see.
Love it. I got a question from Ferreira. What age do you guys accept rugby players? So I guess like what's sort of your typical commitment? How early is that? And like what's like your earliest?
Yeah, so we do have some athletes that go on a gap year. That's fine. You can do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But most of our athletes, I would say probably 90%, are enrolling in university right after they graduate high school or equivalent to high school. So that would be 18, 19, that kind of year. Now, in terms of timelines of when we start, because every coach is a little bit different, I typically would start, when we're not on a viral breakdown, I would typically start identifying prospects sophomore year, registering interest junior year, and really doing that recruiting process senior year, of getting them on a visit, sorting through. We typically start with about 200 to 250 prospects and whittle that down into the players that we're really going to target.
Yeah.
But because we're not a scholarship sport, I can't say, hey, this is the flanker I want. If he commits, then I don't need the other flankers.
Yeah.
No. So, we're going to sign numbers of athletes, and those commitments can usually take place really any time throughout the year. We're not NCAA, so we don't have a cold period or any dead periods. And with the shutdown now, we're getting commitments later in the year, but typically, January to April when we see athletes come in.
Brilliant. JF Burns question: how many players do you recruit for each year class?
We typically will sign anywhere from 12 to 15 athletes. This year's class will be a little bit bigger because I have more time on my hands. And then we have usually 5 or 6 athletes they're not necessarily recruited, mostly because we just didn't know who they are. They don't have game footage, so they would come in and they usually they don't have good grades, but it's basically, hey, I don't have any game footage, or maybe I've been injured. So we take a chance on them. We bring them in, and we don't have a formal cut for merit, right? A player is not going to come in and can't catch a pass and we cut him, because we would have cut you right away. But we'll have 5 or 6 athletes that come in. So on the whole, you'll see about 20 athletes come in that first year that will want to be a rugby player, and then we'll usually get 3 or more. Yeah, about 20 athletes. Yeah.
Awesome, brilliant. Have we got any more?
We got a question from Javier and then this guy called Dulus. They asked, do you like French or Spanish players?
Do you like French or Spanish players?
So one guy says, do you like French players? The other guy says, do you like Spanish players? So
okay.
Basically, do you recruit from Spain or France?
Do you recruit from Spain or?
I don't have to pick one. They're both great. We do have 2 Frenchmen on the team. We have a 9 from Toulouse Academy right now. Doing great. We don't have any Spaniards on the team yet. So if you hear that play from Spain, hit me up. Come talk to me. I'm happy to do a recruiting trip to Ibiza if I need to. Just let me know. I'll get on the plane. But we have players from all over. I have been scouting Barcelona quite a bit in the last 2 weeks. Barcelona has some really encouraging rugby that's gotten bigger and stronger as actually more football or soccer teams kind of get involved financially. So Spain has really upped their game in the last 2 years. There's a few countries that are really on the come up when it comes to talent. Just like there are states that are getting better and better, but there's a couple countries that I probably won't name on this call that I don't want any other coaches to start scouting them. It's a few countries that you wouldn't anticipate that are really embracing the game.
Yeah. Awesome. One question from Lloyd. What do you advise players to be doing during this isolation period?
Game film. Study up, man. Watch the games, and watching the athletes that play your position. So if you're a fly half, watch those fly halves. and this applies probably to multiple sports, right? I mean, you're a handball player, you're a volleyball player, watch those players and watch those athletes. There is plenty, what I've been telling my players is there's plenty of game footage to last you the entire length of this quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't come back a smarter athlete, then you messed up. Then you messed up. So really, it's game film, and then from a physical aspect, fitness is huge. I know it's tough to really get some of the weight training in. There are fantastic bodyweight workouts that, I mean, I can tell you on our team now we're tackling it. You know, our strength coaches at Crumpos and those guys have put together plans. Some guys have access to stuff. Some guys have access to none. So we've accommodated both. And you're going to come out of this quarantine as fit or as strong as you want to be. What's nice about our setup is that we're going to have a preseason to really assess and handle that and ramp guys back up. So I'm not personally as worried. It's not like we have to play major important matches in September. As long as this thing clears up by January 2021, I think I'll be okay.
Brilliant. Yeah, and just talk a little bit on that, because I know for in England our season usually starts in August, September, and we go through for like 9 months, and you get a small summer break, and then it's back into it. How explain how the sort of season's set up with 7s and 15s and things like that.
Yeah, so we're actually, I was just on a call, we're talking about some competition models and how we're going to look at things for the next 5 years for D1A. But the vast majority of our teams, over 50% will play a preseason in the fall, so September to November, September to December. They'll do some 7s, they'll do some 15s. You know, for us, I can speak to that the focus is really the strength conditioning and just getting ready for January. And then from January to May, you'll have that proper 15s championship, culminating in a 15s final at usually the end of May. In the past, we've had some models where we had a 7s championship in the summer. I can tell you that's going to probably phase out, and you're going to see a 7s championship in either October or December timeframe in that fall, with 7s leading into 15s. So that's kind of how that works. So you are getting 2 semesters of rugby. There are some schools that will play fall 15s due to weather. They'll get those games done, and then they'll go on winter break, and then they come back, and they'll resume 15s. But we're very blessed to have great weather like this to where we can pretty much do a proper preseason into 15s. Awesome,
brilliant. Do we have any?
Well, I'll do a couple because we've got probably too many for coaches.
Yeah, we won't keep you too long, Coach. We'll give you
a couple more. So we've got a good one from a couple people asking this. So Aiden asks, what kind of level do you need to be to get onto Arizona or a team like that for rugby? What kind of level do you have to be at?
So that's a great question. Every team's a little bit different. A lot of schools will only have one team, right? So it's they may not cut, but they only have one team that's competing. We have 2, sometimes as many as 3. I mean, I think your junior year we had 80 boys one year.
Yeah.
It was quite big. So the nice thing at Arizona is what we're selling is it's not a rugby team; it's a rugby program, and we have rugby that will fit. We have the rugby that's appropriate for you. So if you come in and you're fantastic, that's great. You're going to move up fast. If you come in and you have some things to work on, we're going to give you time to work on it. We're going to show you how to work on it. If you come in and maybe you're not as strong an athlete, or maybe you're not as committed, that's okay too. My thing is if your grades are strong and you take care of yourself and you're a good person on the field, we're going to keep you. I mean, we have guys in the program that want to go pro. We have guys in the program that don't want to go pro but love to be a part of something.
Yeah.
Right? So that's okay. That's what makes Arizona pretty unique, is we can accommodate both. But you want to ask the coaches what his or her approach is. That is not every program's like that.
Brilliant. Yeah, I guess that's sort of one of the big things is you will get those guys who are they all go there, they want to make a career out of it, but you've also got those the guys who are like, I want to be part of the team, I want to come and play collegiate rugby, but like are more there for the degree side of things. So how do you kind of balance that up? How do you juggle that around?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we have different training squads.
Yeah.
So we have different training squads, and we look at this as kind of a baseball approach for American fans of having players that can progress through. And quite frankly, if we didn't have as large a program that we have, we wouldn't get as many matches for those players that are on the way up, if that makes sense. Right? So we need to have a large roster to be able to get more matches. Because in those matches, you're on players that are just there to happy to play matches. And then you have guys that are there because they don't want to play in those matches. They want to play in the first 10 matches.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do both. And by having that roster, it kind of gives us the balance there. From a training perspective, in a rugby diet, guys are getting different rugby diets. So there are different training squads, different lifts, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Awesome.
We'll kind of end it on the last question. Did Coach know about your goat, Nigel?
I was well aware of Nigel the goat. Nigel was probably one of my favorite. I mean, look, we had Nigel and Sinclair in the house. I'm pretty sure there's others than him, but probably my favorite person in the house was Nigel the goat.
Didn't you find him in the student recreation center one day?
I can tell you this story. So, in my office once, I overheard one of the student workers saying, "I can't believe that just happened." Well, what happened? They said a goat got into the rec center. I guess he and go, and I kind of walked away, and then wait. And I came back, like, what did the goat look like? They're like, it was brown and white. He took a picture of it, and I'm like, I mean, the look on her face when I said, I've seen that goat before. She was like, all right. And then I went to training, and I kind of forgot about it, but then I heard you or someone saying, like, I can't believe the goat escaped again. And I'm like, wait, did he get into the rec center? Like, yeah, how'd you know that? Like, Nigel tried to get into the rec to get a workout in today.
Love it. I wouldn't advise it to anyone out there. We're strictly responsible stuff. Coach, I want to thank you so much for your time. Thanks for answering all the questions. I know it's been very, very helpful for a lot of guys who tuned in. Anyone who watched today who's thinking about, college rugby or especially Arizona, be more than happy to help out. And thank you so much, Coach.
Yes. And thanks for the time. Thanks for all you're doing for athletes. It really is helpful. I mean, every athlete that I've worked with in Lansing comes in with all the things that we talked about. They have grades, they got footage, they have all that stuff, and that's been really helpful. If anyone's looking at Arizona, give us a shout. Go on our website. There's a recruit form. We've seen a couple of our boys commenting on this stuff. So
yeah.
Hi, Braden Looper. I saw you on there. But hey, everyone stay safe. We're gonna get back on the field eventually. If you do want to come to the U.S., I mean, I can just tell you, speaking as a college rugby American coach for everybody, we have a very fast-growing game here with fantastic universities and fantastic degrees that you can get that will carry you around the world. So definitely recommend coming to the U.S. I'm biased, but I think there's so much opportunity here. And even with rugby aside, I mean, pick a school, or if you got injured, you'd still love that school. I don't mean you gotta love that school. So go on the visits, talk to people, talk to coaches, but really pick a school for the right reasons with rugby or whatever sport enhancing that experience. So that would be my advice.
Brilliant. Yeah, couldn't recommend the US pathway more myself, Coach. Like I said, want to thank you for your time again. We'll catch up soon. I've got some recruits I need to send your way anyway, so we'll
for sure.
We'll get talking.
Cool.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Thanks for everyone who tuned in as well.